Devil may cry. Because it's May.
It's gonna be May.
Devil May Cry, one of the most popular Japanese video games to come out of Capcom. I mean, next to their more popular siblings like Monster Hunter and Resident Evil. We still love you, Dante. The story of a half-demon devil hunter with a snarky persona led to several game titles, a few drama CDs, its own manga series, and a 12-episodic anime series produced by Studio Madhouse. And to the one person claiming that I can't review this because it's not a real anime, you're talking to someone who reviewed Netflix's Death Note and Cowboy Bebop. If it's an adaptation of a popular Japanese IP, then it's free for me to review. Oh, come on, I had to with that one. Also, some of you are probably wondering why I'm not doing an old versus new, since technically there was already a Devil May Cry anime. But yeah, here's the obvious thing. The 2007 anime is more of a side quest that connects to the overall story of Devil May Cry, which unfortunately means... Patty is canon.
Oh my god, tonight's my birthday party! Yeah, I'm turning 18! Not a little kid!
Basically, the video games, CD dramas, manga, and anime are all connected like a baby version of Kingdom Hearts. I have a feeling Tetsuya Nomura and Hideki Kamiya knew each other somehow. Anyways, I myself only knew a brief summary of the franchise, mainly that there were half-demon twin brothers fighting each other for reasons, so I wasn't too interested in watching the Netflix adaptation, but after hearing all the mixed feedback it was receiving, my curiosity was piqued. So I watched a few brief summary videos and essays on YouTube recapping all of the video games, anime, CD dramas, yada yada yada, and I was actually able to get all of the games on Steam for a very cheap price. So yeah, let me know down below if you want me to play these on Twitch or not. With all of that said, I watched all 8 episodes, and yeah, we need to talk. Netflix's adaptation of Devil May Cry is a reimagining series focusing on how Dante learns of his father and how he awakens his devil trigger ability. He basically runs a demon hunting service without even questioning why he's been given superhuman strength and just rolls through life fighting demons and delivering quirky one-liners.
Man, Skeletor did not hold up since the 80s.
Meanwhile, an evil figure looking like a white rabbit tricks a group of bandits into breaking into a holy sanctum housing one of the deadliest weapons in all of hell, the Forced Blade. The US government, wonder why they're here, is notified of this event and sets out a special team to track down the white rabbit. Their investigation leads them to Dante and the amulet he refuses to give up. So naturally, they send a bunch of hired gunmen to take the amulet away. This is when he meets Mary, aka Lady. Yep, that's Lady. And of course, she easily takes Dante into custody and takes away the amulet.
Who caught who now, motherfucker?
Strong, independent woman.
This whole series of events basically amounts to the White Rabbit needing the Forced Blade and Dante's half of an amulet to open the gates of hell so that the demon world and human world can share the exact same realm. It's a pretty gripping series with a lot of action, lore, and stellar animation, but there was just something about this adaptation that just gave me mixed reactions. But in order for me to explain how I honestly felt about it all, I'll have to break this up. First of all, the animation. It's honestly really good. The style of the characters, along with the intense action shots, it's just a spectacle to watch. I didn't expect anything less since this show was produced by Studio Mir, the same studio that brought you The Legend of Korra, Season 4 of The Boondocks, and Netflix's Voltron: The Legendary Defenders. Oh no. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it even takes some creative liberties, like with episode 6. The style they chose to reflect the past, as well as the stylized differences between the demon world and the human world through the White Rabbit's perspective, were just interesting to watch. And can I just mention how amazing this episode is? There's barely any dialogue, they just show the characters going through their experiences, and you can tell how they feel with just the expressions on their faces. Wait. Show? Tell? Show! Don't tell! They did it! They actually did it! They let the animation and expressions do all of the storytelling without having to shove exposition down our throats. Too bad it only happens in one episode. This is foreshadowing. The voice acting is pretty good, nothing too bad or extremely on point, but still, it's pretty good. I'm only bringing this up for 2 reasons though. The overall aesthetics of this show feels like we're in the early 2000s era with the soundtrack, references, DDR, it's here, and just the overall style. So naturally, what leading voice actor can you think of who would be a perfect fit for a snarky badass with a sharp tongue, and he just happened to be in a bunch of anime around this time frame?
Bite me!
Johnny Young Bosch. Okay, yeah, fine, he was also the voice of Nero in Devil May Cry 4 and 5, but just saying, JYB was an iconic voice from the 2000s era, so he fits in naturally. But that's not the only iconic voice of a generation we're gonna hear, now is it?
The word of the Lord has been proven beyond dispute. Hell is real, and the holy war is here.
This is the only nice thing I'm going to say about Vice President Baines. He, at least, has the honor of being voiced by one of the most legendary voices of our time, Kevin Conroy.
And if it has to end, at least I go out like this, being Batman.
It honestly broke my heart hearing this voice in this show because this will be the last time we'll ever hear him. May you rest in peace, legend. Okay, now do you understand why I'm having mixed feelings? Because as much as I appreciate the animation, some of the story elements, and voice acting, especially the voice acting, there's just some things I didn't enjoy.
The way this usually goes is I do that, then drop a killer one-liner. But I'm drawing a complete blank right now.
You can't just let a man be too badass, now can you? Dante was always the one-liner badass that did a lot of cool shit before dropping a kick-ass line.
Don't you dare say it, jackpot!
The whole franchise was hot topic levels of drama and badassery, literally creating a fantasy where we all wish we could be just as cool as Dante. While this adaptation didn't try too hard to tone him down, I can't say they didn't try. It was one thing seeing people's reactions to his behavior because of course they're gonna think he's cringe AF. But then...
Devil spawn, motherfucker.
Mary. Okay, say what you want about how I haven't played the games yet, but even the cutscenes and video essays that I have seen can tell me this isn't Mary, aka Lady. Lady in the games was a driven woman seeking vengeance for her mother's death after her father murdered her for the pursuit of obtaining power. Is she a badass? Hell yeah. Is Netflix's Mary a badass? Yes? But she's a badass for the sake of being a badass. Original Lady transformed into a badass as a result of her past. She made herself stronger and more skilled to kill her monstrous father, and eventually just joins Dante's team to hunt down more demons. I'm not sure if it was due to her not wanting more kids to suffer like she did, or, you know, she now has all these skills to defeat demons, so she might as well just turn it into a job or something. To me, Original Lady earns her mark as a badass lady. Pun intended. Netflix Mary loved action and badassery ever since she was 5. Of course she did. What, did mom and dad just put her to bed early so they can watch Red, only for her to sneak out of bed and watch the movie from the hallway or something? Not that I would know, but still, of course she loved monsters and playing pew-pew with her toy guns because she's not like most other girls. Even though she is just like every other girl on this show, I am just saying. Anyways, instead of having a father chasing after an impossible quest to obtain Sparta's power for his own, she has a father wanting to seek power through, of course, demonic experimentations because he felt weak. No, I'm not kidding. He wants to become stronger because he went crazy after he couldn't protect his own family from a sudden attack.
I don't know what I expected.
Soon after her father traumatizes her while he and her mother die horrifically, Mary grows up to join a secret organization controlled by the US government to hunt down the supernatural known as Darkham. A very Very foreshadowy name for a US government organization.
No! No! Maybe.
And from here on out, she runs a team acting like one of the toughest bitches on the planet who can totally take Dante down whenever she wants to with ease.
Hey, that was actually kind of close.
Closer than you think.
Strong, independent woman.
I will say, though, that there is some character growth for our lady here. Losing her entire team in an instant was brutal. Like, each of her beloved teammates died horrific and painful deaths, leaving her with immense survivor's guilt, which is ultimately used against her when a strong demon makes Mary hallucinate a confrontation between her and their corpses. Oh, she's been traumatized. Goddamn.
You did this.
You killed us.
No amount of therapy will ever make this moment okay.
It also doesn't help her mental fortitude when she's expected to carry out orders given to her by the vice president, only to have a change of heart when she meets other demons. Yeah, I'm gonna touch on this point later.
Are we the baddies?
For this kind of story, she's a fine enough character, but it's a type of character we've seen done to death in modern media, and as if I haven't made myself clear, she is honestly not lady. Oh, did I forget to mention the dialogue?
The worst truth is that not only are demons real, they're really fucking hard to kill. Devil spawn, motherfucker. Who got who now, motherfucker? You just happen to be walking around with half the key to fucking hell on your neck? We have to be ready for any kind of fucked up demon bullshit.
Okay, hold on here. I just need to check something real quick. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. You know, I'm shocked. I'm surprised to see this wasn't written by Vivzy Pop.
Are you fucking serious?
Another tire trend I'm seeing everywhere is mixing vulgar language into every other sentence. Having a potty mouth may have felt badass as a kid, but it's becoming cringe when it becomes your character's entire persona. The writers really think throwing F-bombs here, there, and everywhere makes them edgy, but I honestly think it's just lazy writing. It'd be more of a badass to have someone with a sharp tongue and wit throw everything back at their opponent's faces, rather than drop another F-bomb. Very creative of them.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Hey, fuck you. I want the bitch who took my identikit.
What, they never gave you your kit?
No, asshole. I'm not high, dickwads. I'm telling the truth.
Welcome to the ads, motherfuckers!
It's not about crudeness or me being the fun police. It's all about timing and execution. For example, Hartman singing about Kyle's mom works because of the context of the movie. Homer making the kids leave the room to scream the F word, causing the entire town to stand in awe over hearing such an angry F-bomb, works within context. Even if some of these words are overused in Vivzy Pop shows, it still works considering it's what we assume denizens of hell to speak like, which ultimately makes the residents of heaven giant hypocrites when they talk vulgarly, which is basically part of the point of the show. Having Lady and her team spew the word endlessly to show how kick-ass they are is middle school levels of mature writing. Speaking of which...
You choked. It was yours for the taking, and you choked. You were ready, and you choked.
As much fun as I've had here and there and was honestly intrigued with the overall story, the writing in this adaptation really made me question everything. Remember what I said about episode 6 and its beautiful storytelling with hardly any dialogue? How is it this series could deliver something that incredible but still deliver horrible exposition like...
Oh, I'm here. In the flesh!
Dressed up as my dead brother. A little bit much.
My power works off of quantum mirroring. I can only take on a new body if I'm copying a form made of living tissue, which means I need to keep you alive.
Oh, So Virgil's alive. Okay, like anyone who's played the games or seen the story summaries like I have, know that Virgil is alive and well. But for anyone who hasn't seen anything related to the Devil May Cry franchise can figure out before the big reveal that Virgil is in fact alive. Why did we need that demon to explain how he could copy anyone who's alive? Like, why? What was the point in that? Why did we need to know that minute detail? Envy from FMA and Mystique from X-Men can transform into whoever they want because that's their power. No other explanation needed at all. Keep it simple, that's all you have to do. But because of this doofus and the White Rabbit dropping the very least subtle hints imaginable, it's completely obvious that Virgil is alive. That reveal at the end amounts to nothing when your writing is that obvious. And the exposition really doesn't stop there. Like, everything just has to be explained because modern media has to treat the audience like they're still in grade school.
So, back in the day, jingle, 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 back in the day, before the back rooms were a thing, okay? Jingle, jingle, pay attention.
Sparta's the one hell dweller who might be worth not vaporizing on sight. He was a demon knight, whatever that means.
We can't just show an episode who Sparta is, so we gotta explain the lore to you all. Wait, how do we know the lore though?
How you liking those new toys, Lieutenant?
Useful.
They're just a prototype Goldstein whipped up in the lab, not approved for field use yet.
We have to explain how all of our gadgets work so you can understand how they work when we pull off these awesome quick thinking moments like this one. Even though I could have just shown you how they work, but you're probably too stupid to understand.
The air itself is poison. Children rarely survive their first year. We couldn't accept that fate.
Despite us showing the awful living conditions of the living world, we have to explain that most demons just want to be free and live their lives in peace. I wonder why we have to overly explain this though.
It pains me to see this though, as we know the writers can do show, don't tell, not only with episode 6, but also by showing why the White Rabbit has an artificial heart. So why do we need to keep going back and forth with the writing? Can you do show, don't tell, or can't you? Why, just why, does all this exposition have to happen throughout the show? Why? Because this story is about something else, isn't it?
The word of the Lord has been proven beyond dispute. Hell is real.
We risked everything to hide you. Now you turn your gun on us, on our kids?
I know you're not here to attack anyone.
Why would you bring demons back to headquarters alive?
Because they're refugees, sir.
And the idea of refugees from hell did not immediately strike you as contradictory? Liquidate the demon invaders. All of them.
It wasn't just about your amulet. It was about eviscerating Darkcom.
While she and the rest of her Darkcom barbarians ensure Paradise stays sealed off for their own kind.
Yes, with the wall gone, the monsters of Makai will come through along with the oppressed. But in its wake, the worlds will reach a new, rebalanced equilibrium.
God has never asked us to sit idly by and await his kingdom on earth, but to build it ourselves.
Okay, I'm just gonna step in right here to cover the ending, because, yeah, the ending plays Green Day. Copyright bots are not forgiving, so we're just gonna explain this. Vice President Baines believes he is on a mission from God to destroy all demons, manipulating the masses to believe America has been blessed by God to smite the demons for good. It wasn't enough for him to take the device and send every single type of military weapon and army he could to blow the living daylights out of the demon world. No, that wasn't enough. He also allows his billionaire tycoon associate to set up some sort of a mining facility while locking up the remaining demons in prison. Also, the White Rabbit contributes to the narrative by being a damaged voice for the outcasts, standing up for innocent demons trapped in a dangerous world. He plans to break the barriers dividing both worlds so they can all live as one. Even if the demon world is full of toxic air and carnivorous monsters, it doesn't matter. It would at least level out the playing field for both demons and humans. So basically, when you take a step back, this is an unmistakable commentary using the Devil May Cry universe as a social analogy depicting the US government's treatment on modern-day immigration.
Oh, I don't know what I expected.
At the end of the day, Adi Shankar took the Devil May Cry series and reimagined it to make a statement. From innocent demons fleeing to the human world for safety, to US leaders having politically alt-right characteristics that make them come off more like this guy.
Yeehaw! Score one for the bad guys!
And the bombastically in-your-face grand finale, accompanied by Green Day's American Idiot. The point was made loud, clear, and very unsubtle. Look, YouTube isn't my only job. I still need a regular job outside of YouTube to help me pay for my bills and keep a roof over my head. Not complaining, I am just saying, I work long hours, outdoors, and facing all sorts of weather conditions, including the unforgiving Australian summers. Yeah, reminder, I'm an American that married an Aussie. I moved over here. Just a reminder, that's why I'm here. Still an American. As an adult, I do what I can to keep up with current events and listen to all sorts of opinions in order to form one myself. But there are times where I just want to come home and relax, play some video games, watch anime, and spend time with friends and family. If I want to watch a politically driven story, I will choose to watch one. And while I can acknowledge some forms of entertainment having political undertones to carry the story, these stories can be done extremely well and make you think differently if it's done with subtlety. Man being the villain in Bambi was done beautifully well, giving us a shocking scene with Bambi's mother, only to transition to springtime, sadly showing us that life moves on with or without you, which isn't always fair. That's just life. But when you compare that beautiful story to something like, Avatar, yeah, all I got was big corpos bad, blue cat aliens good because they're not greedy like evil make evil greedy corpos with their mean old guns. And also it's a ripoff of Disney's Pocahontas, which is also not very subtle at all. Devil May Cry is supposed to be a fun time starring Dante, protecting the human world from demons wanting to take over the world. There is subtle commentary about man's greed when Lady's father desires unlimited power at the cost of his family, and Virgil's quest to become stronger causing more harm than good, but those are universal morals everyone can get behind. Netflix's Devil May Cry was Adi Shankar adapting a franchise he loves wholeheartedly, but couldn't help himself to put in his own commentary on how he feels about the American government. Think of it what you will, and I for one am not here to make any political statements since that's not why you watch me. I just talk about and review anime and give you guys my commentary. That's it, that's all I'm here for. I'm not here to be political. I'm only bringing it up here since the story makes this element the main focus of the entire show, and it felt misleading. This isn't a show about a badass half-demon shooting at monsters and spouting one-liners. This show has a sprinkle of that, but it's all about the White Rabbit versus the US government. Overall, I tried. There were a few things I liked, but that ending just made everything loud and clear about what the message was. In my opinion, if you want to make a political story commentating on your thoughts about a certain political group or subject, just make something yourself. Be original, be creative, it's your story. Go for it. There have been plenty of shows and movies that have done that before and with great success. And there's even plenty of anime that has social commentary undertones to their stories that can still come off as understandable and relatable. The best one in my opinion being Cowboy Bebop. If it's your story, you can put whatever you want into it. But to me, taking another person's story just to make it your own while slipping in megaphone levels of political commentary, that's where you lose me. I came here to watch Devil May Cry. I came here to watch Dante being awesome. That's all I wanted, nothing more. This to me just wasn't Devil May Cry. If you want to form your own opinion about the whole series, then go ahead, see it for yourself on Netflix. As for me, I'll probably skip season 2. I'm not really interested in this anymore. I'm just gonna watch something more entertaining. I do not stand corrected.
Operation Inferno has started.
Whatever you say, slut. Ouch! Ooh, such an insult. Let me know when you come up with something creative to call me, you sack of poorly packaged horse shit.
You see, I am simply one hell of a white rabbit.
Well, that's a problem. But not my fault. I did everything I could, and you did too. Also, why are you still here?
It's morphin' time! Mastodon, Lion, Thunderzord power!
I'm corpse, you're corpse. We're all corpse. Don't you get it?
Whoa. You sound nervous. Is it the accent? Why so British?
Say, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Oh, Satsuki, let's sing! Jesus loves me. Come on, you know the words!
If I start screaming, die, you spawn of Satan, just roll with it, okay?
Look how they massacred my boy.
You think you can win a war with hell?
We're on a mission from God.
Eric, did you just say the F word?
Jew? No, he's talking about fuck. You can't say fuck in school, you fucking fat ass.
Kyle!
Why the fuck not?
Eric!
Dude, you just said fuck again.
Stanley!
Who?
Kenny!
What should I get for dinner? I'm not getting pizza.
How did you know I was gonna say pizza?
Because you literally are a broken record. That's all you ever say.
Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
So, that was a thing that happened. Let's debate amicably in the comments down below. What did you think of Netflix's Devil May Cry? Leave your answers down below, and please play nice. Let's have some decorum here, shall we? Special thanks to my Patreon supporters for staying with me and supporting this channel for so long. I actually get comments from fans wondering where I've been all these years, but I'm here. Still here. The algorithm just loves to hide me, but I'm here. And at the very least, I can say thank you for coming back, thank you for being here, and of course, thank you for watching. More awesome videos will be on the way, so stay tuned to Anime America.